You've heard all of the hype about the AI revolution, right? But what if I told you it's about to slam into a giant brick wall? And the solution? Well, it's not what you think. It's not about building shiny new power plants. It's about unlocking a massive hidden source of energy that's already all around us. Let's dig in. Okay, so here's the problem in a nutshell. The AI industry is growing at this insane pace, right? But it's incredibly power hungry. And getting that power is like trying to get a reservation at the world's most popular restaurant, except the wait list is 5 years long. Seriously, a 5-year wait just for a new utility substation. And get this, over 90% of data center operators say this is their #1 roadblock. They are literally stuck, gridlocked. So that really begs the question, right? If progress is stuck behind this 5-year wall, where is all that power supposed to come from? How do we keep this whole revolution from grinding to a halt? All right, so the answer is actually hiding in plain sight. And believe me, it is not where most people are looking. It's all about finding and unlocking a huge amount of energy that we've already produced, but that's currently just trapped, wasted. And here's the mind-blowing part. The biggest source of new energy in America isn't a giant solar farm, it's not a new nuclear reactor. Believe it or not, it's the trapped mechanical inefficiency inside the buildings we're already in. We're talking about a colossal amount of energy just bleeding out as heat and waste every single day. And this is how it works. They call it the power swap. It's just brilliant. Instead of getting in that 5-year line for the utility company, a company called ECR has figured out how to actually capture that wasted energy, that trapped amperage from a regular commercial building, and route it directly to a data center next door. It's like a secret shortcut, a substation bottleneck bypass. No waiting in line, no building new stuff, instant power. Okay, I know. It sounds a little like magic, right? Almost too good to be true. But it's not magic. It's a really deep, systematic process that they've named building DNA repair. Now, the key thing to understand here is that this is not your typical green solution. We're not just talking about swapping out an old AC unit for a newer, more efficient one. That's just superficial box swapping. No, this is way deeper. It's a fundamental optimization of a building's core infrastructure. It's DNA, if you will. The goal is to make everything run exactly as it was designed to, recapturing all that waste and even extending the life of the equipment. So how do they pull this off? Well, they use something called the A.W.E.E framework. It's an acronym that stands for the 4 core systems they target in any building: air, water, electrical, and the building's envelope, the roof, the walls. And what this really does is change the whole game. It shifts maintenance from just fixing things when they break, damage control, to a state of constant improvement, always optimizing for things like power usage effectiveness, or PUE. Let's look at the tech a little closer because these hero metrics are pretty wild. For the air systems, they use UVC light that restores heat transfer efficiency to 99% of what it was when it left the factory. For water, they've got this electronic system that stops mineral buildup in pipes, which is absolutely crucial for the liquid cooling that AI data centers need. Then for the electrical grid, they eliminate these I²R heat losses in the wiring itself, which directly boosts the building's PUE. It is a full spectrum attack on waste. Okay, so the big question, the elephant in the room. This sounds expensive, right? A deep overhaul of a building's core systems has to cost a fortune. So who's footing the bill? Well, this is where the whole model goes from clever to genius. It's actually a super simple 4-step process. Step 1, it all starts with a small commitment, just $250, for a report that pinpoints exactly where a building is leaking money through utility waste. Step 2, they use that data to go out and get all the capital needed for the project. Step 3, the A.W.E.E project gets done, and it's 100% funded. And then step 4, the best part, the savings from the now lower utility bills are used to pay off that loan. After that, it's just permanent free cash flow. It's a perfect self-funding loop. And here it is, the punchline, the grand total, the out-of-pocket cost for the building owner to get this massive value-adding upgrade is zero. Nothing. Zilch. The entire thing is paid for by capturing and monetizing the waste they were literally already paying for on their utility bills anyway. But wait, it actually gets even better than free. It's not just that it costs nothing up front. Industry data shows that buildings that go through these deep retrofits end up with a 13.5% price premium if they're sold, and their overall asset value goes up by about 15%.
So it's not just zero cost, it's a massive financial gain. It is pure, unadulterated upside. All right, let's pull back and look at the bigger picture for a second, because this is about way more than just fixing up one building at a time. This really represents a fundamental shift in how we should be thinking about energy, infrastructure, and where we find value. And this chart just lays it out perfectly. You've got the old way of doing things back in the 2009 era. The focus was on green signaling, looking good. And it was all dependent on getting external grants. The new vision, the ECR model, is all about deep systems optimization. And financially, it's a 100% self-funding loop that runs on the very waste it captures. It's just a totally different and frankly a much more sustainable engine for making progress. And make no mistake, the ambition here is enormous. The vision is to create a whole nationwide network of these regional hubs, scaling this model across the entire country. And the prize? Unlocking an estimated $65 billion in utility cost avoidance every single year. So when you boil it all down, it presents a really clear binary choice. On one hand, you can just let that capital keep evaporating out of our buildings as waste. It's a financial penalty you pay every month. Or you can choose to recover that exact same capital and turn it into energy, into growth, into the future. The bottom line is, ignoring this isn't a strategy, it's just choosing to lose. The choice is simple: waste or grow. Redeem waste, power tomorrow. In the end, the power for the entire AI revolution might not come from building something new at all. It might just come from redeeming the incredible amount of waste we're creating today. And that really leaves you with a final thought, doesn't it? Just how much potential is lying dormant, trapped in the infrastructure all around us, just waiting for someone to come and unlock it.